welcome everyone, and special thanks to both Cardigan and Fulton Brother for making this possible. As you can all notice, this is not your usual chapel service. What differences can you see? Yes, Pete? The curtains are closed. The lights are off. Someone else? Yes, tell me.
You're doing the introduction.
Exactly. Yes, as you noted, the chapel service is led completely by students. The faculty has done this part in this matter, and now it's her turn. You also notice that Chris and Tony, as you mentioned before, the curtains are closed instead of opening. Why do you think we did this? Anyone? Opinion? Okay. Because when an intimate community goes through a situation like this, it has to come together. Stop. Breathe in. Think what went wrong. What can we do to fix it? And then breathe out. We now have to work together to become that splendorous community we were before. Now it's time to look inward rather than being distracted from things from the outside. This first time for me to be so close to a situation involving minors and drugs, much less my friends and brothers. I feel sad. I feel like I could have helped before, but I didn't. I am amazed by how easily it is to fall in one of these situations. On behalf of the senior class, I want to ask an apology for all the faculty and students who have to be involved in this. I just feel bad all the way around. I think that most of here, all of us here today feel sad too. So, what can we do when mistakes are made? As I see it, we have two choices. Option one is to do nothing and simply ignore it. As time goes by, you're covering what you did wrong in the past, and you're not learning from your mistakes. And then you have a second option. Think through it more thoughtfully and make it happen. And think about how can you fix it. We can decide on a course of action and what will allow us to define who we are rather than let the mistakes define us. We have an opportunity to do this. But now, about learning and going forward from our mistakes. Now we're going to hear from 5 different students who have been courageous enough to share personal stories about their own lives. About times when mistakes were made, but when they were able to adopt a growth mindset and learn about valuable lessons that have helped them to make better choices in today's world. Our hope is that by hearing these examples, we, as a community, we can be inspired to move forward in a positive manner, even in the midst of the present negative circumstances. Please join me in welcoming Ben Antonucci, Jake Peters, and Nick Spalding.
Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. McCusker, faculty, and fellow Cardigan brothers. First, I have a quote by Johnny Cash. You build on failure. You use it as a stepping stone. Close the door on the past. You don't try to forget the mistakes, but you don't dwell on it. You don't let it have any of your energy, or any of your time, or any of your space. I've made many mistakes in my life, but this one sticks out the most. The biggest mistake that I have made is not being the best I can in the dorm by trying to help be an arbitrator during conflicts, like during a few nights ago when the kids in my dorm were arguing over a charger. This conflict escalated into something big, which could have been solved quickly by some person telling the truth and telling what actually happened. During this conflict, I tried to call the people involved down, calm them down, and it did not work. When this happened, I wish that this could have been much less of an issue, and the problem could have been solved quickly. Being an arbitrator in conflicts is difficult because the people involved want you to be on their side. But as an arbitrator, you have to solve the conflict without siding with anyone. When a problem like this arises, it makes it difficult for any student to make a decision. about a discussion that has escalated so quickly, that escalated so much that the students are shouting and not listening to each other. Something like this happened when the students were arguing over charging. It means that you need to bring an adult into the situation. When this happens, make the room calm down for a short enough time to fully understand what the predicament is. The biggest thing I learned from this is do not always try to make the decision by yourself. Ask for help from an adult. I learned from this mistake before when I tried to solve a conflict and I chose sides. I knew from that point on I should not choose sides and make decisions without the help of an adult, because it shows the students involved in the conflict that I am not favoring one side. When I did this, I learned making a decision that I think is right may not be the right decision. Everyone at least makes one mistake in his or her life. His or her life mistake is special. People might think they don't make one, but if you don't make a mistake, you can't learn.
Good afternoon. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Jake Peters. I've been a Cardigan student for 4 years. I'm here to talk to you today about a mistake that I've made, what I've learned from that mistake, and what I continue to learn. As March break was on its way, I was in need of a break. I was getting frustrated in my classes and annoyed by the guys I'm surrounded by. My science class was assigned a take-home quiz, not a long quiz, only about 5 questions, but I did not do it the night before. Not thinking about the repercussion, I had used a classmate's answers, turned the quiz in, as if I had done the work on my own. The next day, I was confronted by my science teacher, and it resulted in a 4-day suspension. I had to serve the suspension at home. During the 4 days, I had a lot to think about. I realized I disappointed a lot of people and needed to change. These people included my parents, my teachers, my teammates, and coaches. They have all done so much to help me in my 4 years at Cardigan. The first thing I needed to do was regain the respect of my teachers. I needed to prove them that I was going to work very hard on all of my assignments. I needed to show my teammates and coaches that I was going to work that much harder for the games and practices that I missed. I realized I needed to start showing everyone that I appreciated what they have done for me. But most of all, I realized that choosing the easy way is not always the right way. You always need to admit to your mistakes and accept the consequences that follow. I hope that you take what I have to say to heart and really think about the decisions that you make, because not everyone is given a second chance. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My story is not so much about a mistake, but instead about a bad situation that happened to me and the decision I had to make about how I would respond to it. Mistakes happen, but so do accidents and illnesses and natural disasters. It is all adversity, and how we act in the midst of bad situations defines our character. It was a cold winter day in the winter of January. I was in 6th grade at the time, which was 3 years ago. I was skiing at my local ski resort, Mount Sunapee, which some of you might have been to. I was skiing with a good friend of mine in the freestyle part. It was just a regular old day, skiing around, hitting jumps and rails, and just having fun. There was a jump that I had been planning on going off of. I had experience with it. I had done it before. And it wasn't like I was going to crash, right? I mean, it was the first thing from my mind at the time. I started to pick up some speed, going at a moderate speed, feeling cool like I really knew what I was doing. As soon as I hit the jump, in that 1 second I went from snow to air, I knew immediately something was wrong. The jump had launched me backwards, almost as if I was going for a backflip. But obviously I wasn't. I was soaring through air. My mind was racing in panic. I knew it wasn't going to be good. As soon as I hit the ground, there was a jarring impact, but I wasn't even focused on my back. All the air in my body had just left instantly. I felt as if I was going to die. I clearly wasn't, but that's exactly what it felt like. Everyone was skiing up to me, asking me if I was okay. I couldn't answer because of how much air had left my body. I slowly regained my breath and began to realize what had happened. But I didn't think that I broke my back. I mean, honestly, what were the odds? Ski patrol came down a few minutes later, and they had put me on a sled and skied me down the rest of the mountain. I was brought to New London Hospital in an ambulance. That moment, after they took an x-ray, they told me I had compressed 8 vertebrae in my spine, and I had broken my thumb on my right hand. I was given a back brace made out of metal, which was to be worn for 4 months. And like I said, this wasn't necessarily a mistake, but a terrible accident. I was down and out. Doctors said I was never to play sports again. But soon enough, the 4 months were up. I went back to the doctors and they told me that it turned out my back healed up all right. Now it was time to get ready for football, my favorite sport. I was put on a training regimen for the summer to mostly help with my back and muscles in my back. I had one of the best summers and ended up having a great football season without any injuries whatsoever. From then on until now, I've been playing sports. I sometimes have back pain, but it's minor. I'm very thankful and lucky till this day to be thankful that nothing worse had happened. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Ben, Jake, and Nick. Now I am pleased to introduce Mr. Wallach, who will play for us a song he has written himself. The title of the song is Left.
Honesty and integrity are absolutely essential for success in life. All areas of life. The really good news is that anyone can develop both honesty and integrity. Zig Ziglar. This quote by Zig Ziglar means that to be successful in life, you have to be honest and you have to show integrity. Being honest is a great skill to have throughout your life. In a situation where you're in trouble, if you lie, you do yourself a deeper hole. My mom used to tell me that all the time. When you're honest, you might get into trouble, but still you're honest. And that is much better than being in even more trouble if you lie. Integrity is the same as honesty, but you're doing the right thing consistently. When you establish these 2 core values in your everyday life, you will become a better person. One time in 7th grade, my best friend's dad was driving me home. My best friend Tyrese was in the car. We've been getting into trouble at school for stupid reasons, and so Tyrese's dad gave us a talk. The one thing that stood out to me out of that whole conversation that I still remember to this day is this. There are only 2 things you have in life, God and your word. I took those words to heart and tried to pride myself on them. Tyrese's dad was a very scary man. But he also was someone you could go and talk to about anything. He was 6'3" and over 200 pounds. A while ago, I decided not to turn my phone on. After that incident, I really got down on myself, and I knew that what I had done was wrong. I tried to get it off my mind, but it carried over into basketball practice, and it was still stuck in my head. I know nobody's perfect, but I know that I'm so much better than that. I shouldn't risk getting suspended over something as stupid as a phone. We have a lot of breaks here, and that's enough to have my phone. I came to this school to get a good education. A lot of kids don't have that same opportunity that I am offered here at Cardigan. I shouldn't risk it over something so silly. I take this as a learning experience and know that if I just do the right thing, that everything will fall into place. I also never want to see my advisor, Mr. Cook, as mad as you were at me that day. I want you to have full trust in me and expect me to do the right thing all the time. That goes for on the court and more certainly off the court. I need to follow the rules here at the Cardigan Mountain School, but more importantly, I need to follow the core values for the time that I am here at Cardigan and throughout the rest of my life. I have everything I could ask for right in front of me here at Cardigan. I have the chance to achieve greatness in the classroom, and I have the chance to play basketball at a very high level. I should not ruin what I have here at Cardigan. I have my family behind me each step I take in my journey here. That day, I took a step in the wrong direction, but I'm working to get back on track and earning Mr. Cook's and my Cardigan brothers' trust back. I need and also want to be successful here, but being dishonest will hold me back. I owe it to my mom, my dad, my grandmother, my 2 brothers, and my grandfather who has passed away to be successful. I know that all of them want to see me succeed. I promise that I will make the rest of my time here at Cardigan as meaningful as I can. I will also be honest and show integrity because I know I can achieve my full potential here at the Cardigan Mountain School. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Danny Gilbert. I believe that I have a good group of friends at home and here at school. I have the ability to make friends very quickly. I am able to make friends easily because I am confident in who I am as a person and what I do every day. Doing the right thing is something that I believe is very important in life. But doing the right thing for some people is very hard, especially while others are watching. There have been multiple times in my short life that I have felt pressured to make a poor decision in front of a lot of people, but there was one time specifically I remember. Last summer, on the 4th of July, I was at the fireworks in my town which took place on the beach. There were hundreds of people there, and a lot of my friends were now in high school, even though I was just heading into 9th grade because I repeated when I came to Cardigan. While we were sitting on the beach watching the fireworks, a group of older kids that went to the public high school where we lived walked by us on the beach and stopped us. One of the older boys said, "What are you guys up to? You look bored and like you're not having a good time. You should come sit with us. Kids are drinking and it is a ton of fun." I instantly knew I was not going near those kids because it would only lead to trouble. I responded, "We are all set here. Some people are meeting us soon. Thanks though." And they continued to walk away. It can be as simple as saying, "No thanks," and then sticking to your word. Every morning when I wake up, I'm happy to be the person that I am because I know I do the right thing as much as I can. By doing the right thing, I am still able to keep all of my friends that I have, and I still feel good about who I am every day, knowing I made the right decision. By doing what I feel is right, the right and smart decision, whether it is leaving a group of people that are making bad decisions, or just saying no multiple times, it shows me that I have enough confidence in myself to do the right thing. The reason I am here talking to you about this is because I know it can be very hard to do the right thing while people might be pressuring you to make a bad decision. If there is anything I want you to take out of my remarks today, it is this. Be confident in who you are and in your ability to make the right decision. No one needs to make poor decisions because it only hurts you and leads to trouble. Thank you for listening, and I hope you leave the chapel resolved to make the right decisions.
Thank you, boys. So now, we have to read these stories. What do we do now? What must we do as a community to grow from this? To be a better school, to leave legacies to be proud of.
As of this morning, there were 156 index cards in Coach Marion's shoe. Each card includes the name of a student or faculty member, along with a positive promise about what that individual can and will do to make Cardigan Mountain School a better, happier environment for all of us. It only takes a few people and a few bad choices to bring our school down, but it will take each and every one of us to pull it back up. It is our actions that will make a difference.
With that in mind, we would like to issue a challenge to the whole community. Do you have to put a card in Coach's shoe? Please do so today. And then let's start putting our words into action. 11% of our senior class is not here today, but the rest of us, we are here. We want to set the new course and for giving a strong, lasting, and positive legacy. We would ask for your support. When you leave the chapel, the ninth graders will line on either side of the walkway outside. We will ask you that then when you leave, instead of running out for your gloves, please do us the honor of coming through the line so we can shake your hand. Both as a symbol of our renewed resolve to lead faithfully and well, as a lasting seal of our Cardigan brotherhood. And now please stand and join us in singing the Cardigan hymn, which is printed on the inside of the cover of the screen.